Good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to Raise Your Vibe workshop. I'm Angela Sanzali, and thank you for accepting the invitation to check out Raising Your Vibe, how to find your mental edge. So today, this workshop's going to be no more than 20 minutes, and we're going to talk a little bit about gut health protocol and how rebalancing your microbiome has a direct impact on how you feel here and how you equate with your motivation, sleeplessness, energy, you name it. Our microbiome is a powerful part of our entire system. So we're going to talk a little bit about that today. And then I'm going to talk about mental wellness and why, we are going in this direction towards what your mental edge is and your mental performance. And again, how we can impact that. And I'll share a little bit more about my story, and then I have two friends that are going to share their story. So again, hang on for about 20 minutes, and I have a special offer at the end. And again, thanks for being here. So I'm going to share my screen and hop right into this. Okay, so let's get all situated now, and here we go. So today we're going to talk about holistic actions to improve your sleep, energy, mood, and motivation. So I just got to find a spot for my head here. So there we go. All right. So what's a higher vibe? It's what we call the mental edge. So it's the ability to manage pressure, elevated confidence, stress resiliency. I mean, listen, we're facing a world right now full of stress. We can't take stress away. It doesn't matter whether we're in a pandemic or everything in the world is roses. There's still stress, and it's how our body reacts to that stress, which is called resilience. Restorative sleep, that is that taking our sleep to that next level where we can get to sleep faster, stay asleep longer, and the sleep that we get, no matter the hours, it's restorative. It's refreshing our muscles, our brain, our organs, everything. It's super important. And restorative sleep is a direct impact on our energy and mental performance throughout the day. I mean, how many of us have experienced that idea of we wake up and as we're opening our eyes and getting ready for our day, we have that feeling and thinking about, can I get a nap in, or when do I get to go to bed again? I mean, that's because we're not getting that kind of sleep we need to help us with all these other things. Mental performance is how we engage at home, at work, with each other. We want to be always, we use that phrase, sharp as a tack. Well, that's what we're looking for here is we want to take ourselves to that point where we feel like we are sharp as a tack, like nothing gets by us. We're ready for anything that comes our way. Additionally, when you raise that vibe, you have a better immune condition. Your system is raised higher so that you have a better defense mechanism against the cold, the flu. I mean, you name it. That, when we're feeling all well inside and eating well and doing, we have a better resistance to all those things around us. And then physical performance, whether it's working out, you're an athlete, you doesn't matter whether you play a sport or not. It's that physical performance of how our body responds to the activity that we're participating in. So it's just getting a little tongue-tied there. So for those of you that never have seen this before, this is the mental wellness continuum. This is not something that was just derived by Amari. The mental wellness continuum is a way that professionals discuss and sort of place individuals where they're at currently. And so 1 is the low end, 10 is the high end. So the question is, where are you now? Now, on the one end, you have what they call disease status. So that's where your depression and anxiety, obesity, dementia, ADD, ADHD, and as you can see, it's not just you're here or here. This it's sort of phased in. So you could have these things and be a 3 or a 4, maybe even verging into a 5. Normal is probably how most of us feel. We have some fatigue, tension, some stress. Maybe we have headaches, brain fog. Anyone not sure what brain fog is? It's that feeling of lack of clarity, that just getting a simple task done can you have to put a lot of effort into making that thing happen. Um, uh, it, Pain, chronic pain, joint pain, maybe a little bloated, feeling chubby. That's kind of us in that normal stage. When you ask someone how they are, they'll often say, I'm okay, I'm good, I'm fine. Those are people that are sitting in that normal category. And then we have optimized. Optimized is what we're striving for. Optimized is where we want to go. We want to be as high on the continuum as we possibly can. Energetic, calm, happy, sharp, creative, rarely sick, resilient. That's what we're looking for. So where are you now on this continuum? When I first took this assessment, I was a 6. But where you start on the continuum is not where you are stuck at. You don't need to be there. We can do things to move us up the continuum. And when I started the gut health protocol, I was at a 6. I tested out there clearly. But I have moved up to an 8 and 9. And depending on when I take the test, I'm either at 8 or I'm 9, but I'm right in that 8 or 9. And I'm still looking to hit the 10 plus. So again, where you're at now is not necessarily where you need to stay. You can move from it. I've included a link here for those of you that are going to be catching it on the replay. If you see that link right there, that is my personal link to this particular assessment. It is confidential and private. You are welcome to take it at any time. It takes you about 5 minutes. It asks you a series of questions, and based on the answers of those questions, you will be sent an email to tell you what your status is now. Again, confidential. I'll only know that you clicked on the link. I will not know your results. So what is this conversation about the microbiome? So our gut is part of the intestinal tract down there. It's sort of I think when we think about all the vital organs and important things that go on in our bodies, the gut's probably not at the top of the list for its importance or its power. At least it wasn't for me. But I've learned that it is the most powerful organ in my entire system, even more so than my brain. The organ that I thought pretty much did everything. And what I've come to understand is that my gut is what's directing the chorus here. So it's like our gut is like the orchestra, the conductor of the orchestra. So when everything is in harmony, life is good. When we're in balance, it all sounds amazing. So when a conductor is conducting the orchestra, when all of the pieces are playing in their exact pitch and in their exact place and where they need to be, it's absolutely beautiful. Well, that's sort of like our microbiome. When it is in balance and it is healthy and it has everything that it needs, our body responds to that in a way that becomes synergistic or harmonious. And so our gut is what is communicating to our brain. It regulates our mood, stress response, our digestion. It regulates our weight, all these types of things. It is an extremely powerful organ. And how the position that it's in is how we feel mentally and physically. I was, as I learned about, general health and those kinds of things and physical fitness, I learned a lot about physical fitness, which I'm sure you did as well. I'm not sure many of us have learned much in our younger years about mental fitness or mental wellness. But I was always under the understanding that how I was feeling was in my brain, and my motivation was in my brain, and that this up here controlled everything. And what we're learning now is through science and clinical studies is that what we put into our bodies, what we eat, and how we treat it is directly affects our mind and all of our crucial bodily systems. So when you're out of balance, you have fatigue, sadness, you're tense, hungry, maybe heavy, bloated, confused, stiff, sore. I mean, I could probably keep naming these. I mean, how many of us can relate to even any one of these types of things? And how about the fact that it's in our gut, and we can actually change that? So our microbiome is what our gut is, our sensing brain. We call it three brains. It's our instinct, our intuition. We say, I know it in my gut, or I have a gut feeling about that. And our head is the thinking brain. It's very logical, analytical, it's rational. It's what sorts out all these kinds of things. And then we don't often think about our heart as a brain, but our heart is our feeling brain. It's where our emotion comes from. It's where our creativity comes from, and our passion. So I am partnered with Amari Global. It's the first ever mental wellness company, first ever. We deal strictly in mental wellness. That's our mission. That's our goal. And we have a series of products that help to balance the gut. And we know that from clinical studies that our, what we call our fundamentals pack, or our flagship products, not only increase the good bacteria in our gut, but the benefits are undeniable. So the left side of this slide tells you all about the different types of the three strains, very specific strains of probiotics that are in our main flagship product. I mean, did you know that probiotics is a specific strains, and that there's actually, I think, thousands of strains, and each strain has a specific function. So we use three strains that are very specific to gut health. And our clinical studies show that when taking these probiotics, your tension lowers by 45%. Depression, anger, fatigue, confusion, all are lowered by numbers from 43 to 65%. But most importantly to me is that it raises our vigor. Vigor is what we call our mental edge, our mental wellness, our energy. Vigor is where that comes from. And this study showed this after 30 days. So let's talk real stories, real people, because I'm one of those that I was like, yeah, okay, it's great marketing, but come on, tell me the real story. When I was introduced to Amari, I went with a friend, and pretty much was keeping that person company for a meeting. and I was listening to a much more extensive and presentation about, what this whole microbiome and gut health protocol was. And I was sitting there, and I was at the time going through this period in my life where a lot of things were out of sync. My relationships were out of sync, my both personal and professional. I was dealing with a terrible chronic pain issue, and I was exhausted. I earlier, when I was mentioning about sleep, I was that person that I absolutely love what I do, and I couldn't get up anymore in the morning to go to work. I just was physically and mentally and emotionally exhausted, and I no matter how much time I spent in my bed, I never woke rested, and my focusing on a task was nearly impossible. I had feelings of sadness, and I had absolutely, no motivation. And I was starting to gain a little bit of weight, and all those kinds of things. I mean, I'm sure that you can identify with even a fraction of it. It's not out of the ordinary of how people feel. The problem is that I began to feel like that was okay. I believed that I was fine, that this is, I'm approaching 50 and this is how you feel. And so I listened to the presentation, and I said, you know what, I'm just going to give this a try. I'm just going to give it a try. I've tried everything else, and what do I have to lose? And I'll tell you, the proof is in the pudding, as they say, or the proof is in the probiotic, because within a short period of time, I started to feel better. And I started with more focus. Like I could sit down at my desk and get a project done, or I started to not feel all that weight on me. I started to feel, lighter, and I'll tell you, after about a week, I woke up and I was like, wow, like I was ready for the day. And I wasn't nearly as energetic as I am now, because I've been doing it now for almost 2 years. Almost a year, over a year. And it stacks itself. So the more longer you take it, and how you do, the healthier your system gets. I started eating better. I started exercising more. I just started making better choices, and I feel amazing. And if you could see, I'm not really about what the past was about, because I'm into the future. I'm into today and looking forward. But if I put up a picture of me a year ago compared to the picture that's right here on the screen that I took just the other day, I really do look like two different people. I feel like two different people. And I absolutely love the way that I feel. But that's me, and not everybody is like me. So I have asked, excuse me, I've asked two of my friends to share their story. And the first story is my friend Dawn. And Dawn is a OT professional, and she'll tell you herself, she's just turned 50. And she was a cranky and irritable mom with nagging pain and low energy. And now today she feels like a chill, as she describes, a chill, resilient, pain-free woman, and feels 10 years younger. So I'm going to let you now, I have a 3-minute testimonial, and she's going to tell you her story herself.
Hey, my name is Dawn Sullivan, and I was introduced to the products of Amari Global about 3 years ago. And at the time, I was feeling a little burnt out. I had the brain fog, the fatigue. I was sleeping okay. I had a little bit of chronic hip pain that was nagging that I was living with. And I could be a little irritable or short-tempered at times. But honestly, I felt like this is what happens when you get to be my age. I was approaching 50, and, there was some stress in my life, but who doesn't have stress, right? So come to find out, after testing the products on myself and just seeing what would happen, I recognized that I was really having a hard time focusing, and I wasn't finishing what I started, and I wasn't being as productive as I could have been or wanted to be, which allowed me to feel fulfilled and like I had purpose in life, right? So I went from, kind of cranky mom, brain foggy, not really being able to focus long enough to finish what I started, to waking up feeling refreshed, no brain fog, no longer felt like I needed a nap at 4 p.m. I was more fun to be around. And I say that because the irritability and crankiness really went away. And so things that used to bother me, like my family being in the kitchen when I was cooking dinner and being in the way, like those kind of silly things stopped bothering me. Things rolled off my back that really didn't matter so much in life, right? So I became a little more chill with things that used to stress me out. And then when the really big things came that would stress anybody out, I was much more resilient and able to manage it, problem solve, get through it without lots of wanting to isolate or hide, those kinds of things. I don't know if you can relate to that, but I'm not somebody who had major depression or panic attacks or migraines or anything really extreme. I think that I just was struggling silently, believing that this is what happens in life, when when your family's busy, when you have extra bills, when your commute is an hour to go 12 miles, things like that, So for me, getting this nutrition to my body, getting my gut and my brain talking to each other efficiently and effectively for the first time in probably years has really allowed me to just get through life more calmly and manage whatever is thrown at me. So, and the other great thing is my chronic hip pain has gone away. I had nagging, like low-grade hip pain for a really long time, and if I sat in a car for longer than like 10 minutes, it was really sore. So that's gone. So that kind of chronic inflammation, pain, that kind of fatigue and chronic, irritability that goes along with chronic pain is gone. So I feel 10 years younger. I feel like I can really manage whatever is thrown at me. And I just feel like I got my power back. So I hope that was helpful. If you want any more information about this, please reach out. Angela's the best. She can take good care of you. And if you have any questions, I'd be happy to help. Thanks.
Wow, thanks, Dawn. Something that really struck me was the words struggling silently. Who could relate to that, or who do you know that might be able to relate to that? Just that powerful word, struggling silently, like not, feeling okay, feeling like this is the way that it's supposed to be. So I'm so glad that you're not feeling that way anymore. And thank you for sharing your story. My second and next testimonial is my friend Mike. Mike is he's a cool guy with he's a guy that works with his hands. He ran a cabinet shop, but also likes to be outdoors and ski and snowboard. And he's going to tell you a little bit about his story. And he was basically burned out, exhausted, short-tempered, suffering from anxiety and stress eating. And today he is a happy dad, a husband that shows up. He likes to hike. He's got plenty of energy, a lot of clarity, and he'll tell you about his weight loss as well. But this picture, Mike wasn't going to be able to be with us live, so he sent me a video because he was going to be out with his friends snowboarding this weekend, and this is a picture from his snowboarding adventures. So let's hear from Mike.
Hey guys, recording you a quick little video here to share my experience with Amare and the products and the whole gut-brain axis. My name is Mike Ostola, and Angela asked me to record a quick little video. I would have joined you live today, but I'm actually going to hike a mountain and go snowboarding. So I'm going to pre-record this for you. So that's actually something that Amare has helped me be able to do again, but we'll get into that. So when I was first introduced to Amare Global, I was very stressed, very burnt out, full of brain fog. Just not a very nice person to be around, really. I would come home from work and I would be miserable. I'd be short-tempered. I'd be tired, and I'd be crashing on the couch. And that was after usually taking a nap at lunch hour too. A little background: I ran a cabinet shop, had a large manufacturing facility, about 20 people on staff, and things got pretty stressful. I'm actually no longer with that company anymore. Sold my shares in the company and moved on. But through that, I got, like I said, very, very stressed. I had high anxiety, which resulted in panic attacks. And Don Sullivan, a mutual friend of both Angela and mine, introduced me to the gut-brain axis and the whole Amare protocol. So I had tried basically everything I could to manage my stress, manage my anxiety, and also really manage my weight. I'd been on a 10-year yo-yo with my weight, literally like a 50-pound yo-yo up and down. And I would get to peaks where I'd be, feeling absolutely great. And the stress and anxiety and everything would just take over, and I would crash. And these would be crashes that would last a long time. And I would stress eat. Anxiety would keep me in bed. Stress would keep me in bed. It kept me from doing things like what I'm going to do today. Well, tomorrow, I'm recording this on Saturday evening, but Sunday I'll be hiking a mountain with some good old friends that I haven't seen in many years. So I'm super excited about that. And those are things that I wasn't doing because I wasn't feeling like myself. And I had never known anything about the gut-brain axis. So when I was introduced to it, I kind of thought it was kind of hooey stuff, but I tried everything else. I tried doctors, professionals. I tried the pills. I tried the Tony Robbins stuff, personal development, all those types of things. So I really figured, what do I have to lose? So I gave it a try. Long story short, the results have been next to phenomenal. They're amazing. I can't believe it. My energy, my clarity, my ability to have clear thought patterns, less brain fog, show up as the person I need to be, the husband I need to be, the father I need to be, all has returned. And as a side effect, when I started using the Amare products, I had no intention of using them to lose any weight. I wanted to get myself back. I wanted to lose the stress. I wanted to lose the anxiety, and I heard it could help with that. But a side effect of Amare, I've lost 28 pounds, and I feel like I'm on a path to lose back to that full amount that I had gained back. So I gained 50, lost 50, gained 35, back down 28. So back to almost the weight that I wanted to be. But like I said, this is a side effect of what's happened inside of me. When you fix things at the root, it's amazing what else changes and what your body becomes capable of. So I highly encourage you, if this is your first time or if you've been looking at the gut-brain axis for a while, ask Angela for some more information. Your body will thank you. Your gut knows. It's been telling you for a while that it knows something's up. So check it out. Thanks, guys.
Wow. So thanks, Mike. That's a real open and honest testimonial to how Mike was feeling before he started our gut health protocol. And he really hit that target of, when you get to the root of it, all of these other things can happen instead of topically, which is how our modern day tends to target symptoms. And the gut brain access protocol targets the root issues to give you a more enhanced and better experience. And I love that Mike calls it. He thought about that it was probably hooey, but that's natural for us to think that, nah, it's too good to be true. But I'm here to tell you it's not too good to be true. It's really not. This is next level. Nothing else out there ever like this before. First mental wellness company. And so, here on our screen is our fundamentals up in the top left corner. It's a Nutri Award winning product in its first year. And it's a system that's done daily to get really at that gut health with the targeted probiotics. We also have what's called our mental fitness pack. They work independently of each other and synergistically of each other. So you could do one or the other. The mental fitness pack is really much more about quicker results. And so those results are the energy is more like a mental focus. It's not an energy that sort of jacks you up and drops you off. It's a mental focus energy. And the relief, I swear by the relief. It's a turmeric product, and I just unbelievable for inflammation and pain relief. And then we also have our sleep product and our mood product. And I'm not going to get into all the things. If you'd like to have a conversation, I can certainly tell you about each product. I can tell you what we would have a conversation about what you would like to have your results be. We can go that way. And then we have a brand new product that is about to hit our market. It's called Mari Edge. It's all about mental fitness. It's 3 products that instantly attribute your mood, your motivation, and your metabolism. Amazing new product. We'll be starting to be able to order it April 1st. It is something that you feel instantly. You're going to feel on top of the world. I can't wait to share this with you, but I wanted to include it in here because it is coming. We've been waiting a long time for this new product, and this particular product really is about mental edge. So these are just some of our core products, just to let you know that all our products they're built in it's a blend of Chinese medicine and brand new modern innovations. It's all verifiable. We make sure that our products have no trace minerals. They're all third-party tested. They're research proven. And we also make sure too, which is also very important to me, is that they're ethically sourced. They're not synthetic. We are sure that the supply chain is sustainable. Something that I love about our products is that we have 100% money back guarantee for 1 year. Yes, 1 year. Because we know that although you may feel results in minutes, you might feel results in days or even a month. Our best results are over time as it builds into your system and then all the other things that kind of happen along with it. But 1 year money back guarantee, clinically researched, no trace minerals, third-party tested, and scientifically backed. So are you ready to raise your vibe and find your mental edge? I'll show you how. I'd love to talk to you more about this. Please reach out to me. You can text me. You can email me. You can catch me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. And I have a special order. I'm going to move my little head so you can see that. Hopefully you can see this. This is my first time doing a webinar. So hopefully that all comes through. But again, so I have a special offer for anyone that wants to place an order. I can save you $10 on that first order. There's no minimum. Doesn't matter how much you spend. I have a $10 coupon. You just need to reach out to me and get that from me, and I'm happy to share it with you. But I want to thank you so much for sticking around today and learning more about Mari and learning more about how you can raise your vibe. So I can't wait to hear from you. Please reach out, and I'll show you how to get to the next level. Have a great day.